just walk beside me and be my friend.
Eddie Jaku, a man who stared evil in the face and somehow emerged with an unwavering belief in humanity.
Happiness does not fall from the sky. It's in your hands. If you're healthy and happy, you're a millionaire.
Eddie was 18 when his life became a living hell.
10 Nazis broke down the door of our house. I believed, Eddie, you're going to die today.
He was imprisoned in Buchenwald concentration camp and later Auschwitz, where his parents were killed on arrival. Towards the end of the war, Eddie managed to break free from a death march. He survived and years later married the love of his life, Flor, and moved to Australia.
When I came and held my baby, my son, my life changed. From then on, I dance, I laugh, I sing. I say, first is family, second is family, and third is family.
In October of 2021, Eddie took his final breath, his memoir, a worldwide bestseller.
His best revenge for the trauma of his past was to enjoy life to the fullest.
He would climb a ladder to change my light bulbs at age 99. He was adored by my friends. It was like if he had an ear, he would open up and share things, but then in the next minute, be able to joke about something.
We got to know him as this happiest man in the world.
Yeah.
Is that how he seemed to you growing up?
He was like glass half full, and that's what he handed to me, 100%. I was never allowed to say that I hate someone.
Hate is a disease which may destroy your enemy, but will also destroy you in the process.
It is a disease like cancer. Sometimes in Australia, at the moment, it feels like it has fully metastasised.
Danielle is relieved that Eddie's not here now to witness the rise of hatred towards Australian Jews.
It wasn't very long ago that his story happened. There are still Holocaust survivors alive seeing this and hearing it, and it must be extremely triggering for them.
A dark day for Australia's Jewish community.
An anti-Semitic slur spray painted onto the vehicle. It's the latest attack to rattle a community already on edge.
There's outrage from around the world tonight after an arson attack on a synagogue.
Let's say an Israeli, God forbid.
I won't treat them, I'll kill them.
Several swastikas painted outside.
Anti-Semitic attack at a daycare centre.
We get told as a Jewish community that we are oversensitive to things. Hatred, like we're seeing now in the media every day, going from bad to worse, it feels like at times, is the start. It's the start of how it all happens.
The Executive Council of Australian Jewry states that anti-Semitic incidents have more than quadrupled since the October 7 Hamas-led attack on Israel.
There is considerable fear about sending kids to Jewish schools in their uniform, on buses to and from school, going to the park for their sports. Like, how do I explain to my kid that there might be police today on your bus coming home?
Danielle, who has 3 children of her own, is on constant alert. She says even the sound of a siren panics her.
If there wasn't security presence outside the school, I'd think they'd been shot dead. Like, I'd think that that is really not normal, that something's happened.
How do we return the Australian community to something more harmonious, and what can our politicians do to help us get there?
I feel very strongly that the leadership has let us down, and I'm hearing that leaders of the Islamic community are also saying that stories of Islamophobia are going unreported. So if we're only hearing some of the incidents of racial hatred, just how bad is it? But I'll give you an example of why I feel like the leadership has failed. The message back on the 9th of October, when we had the Jew hatred on the Opera House steps, at no point then did they say, hey guys, you don't have to support Israel, but you absolutely must not demonstrate any form of hatred against the Jewish community in Australia. Missed opportunity.
The federal government has since introduced measures to combat anti-Semitism, including a ban on Nazi symbols and gestures, mandatory sentencing for hate crimes, and an increase in funding for security at Jewish schools and centres.
We have a lot of work to do, And it's not just about me and my community. I'm talking about just racism in Australia generally. It is not the Australia that my grandfather was embraced by. I guess what my grandfather would say, and in my own profession as a mediator, what I do on a daily basis is find the common ground, find some zone of possible agreement between all of your communities. Do you all value being kind, polite and loving human beings?
Danielle is still able to hear from our grandfather when she needs it most. An interactive hologram of Eddie lives on at Sydney's Jewish Museum.
The message is for all society, all good people, to watch out for the weak and the sick.
So what next? Like, we still live in a really amazing country. Maybe this is just a hiccup and we'll get to the other side. I still want to feel optimistic.
Danielle encourages everyone to remember Eddie's message. If we don't learn from the past, there won't be a future.
I believe that a human has to be respected. It doesn't matter what color or what religion. If he behaves well, he has the right to be respected.